And here we go again. The Jets and the Carolina Panthers have just concluded their first joint practice of the season as they get ready to play each other in the preseason. Today was heated. Today was intense. Things went a little bit crazy for a second, but a very productive practice for both teams. And in this video, we're going to kind of break down everything we saw from the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations of today's practice. Now, before we deep dive into the video, I need you guys to do me a massive favor and just go give a follow to all of the Jets and Panthers media members on X, because without them, these videos are not possible to make. So go give them a follow. Today it kind of felt like I was literally at practice with the amount of news and coverage that they posted. Man, it was amazing. So go give them a follow on X before we even jump into the video. And with that being said, let's kind of jump in. So we saw a lot of one-on-one, saw a lot of 7-on-7s, and then 11-on-11s as well. And there was a big fight that broke out. You saw earlier in the video, the Jets defense, the Panthers offense. There was a touchdown in the red zone drill in the left corner, a crazy celebration. DJ Reed was not happy about it, started pushing and shoving the wide receiver, and then things started to get a little bit crazy there. So it was from a Panthers offensive touchdown. The Jets defense just wasn't too happy. Now, when it came to the Jets offense, Aaron Rodgers, threw his second interception of practice during 11-on-11s. One to Wallace. His first pick was an Allen Lazard drop. This one, I think Rodgers just didn't really see the defender. So Rodgers did throw a couple of interceptions today. So I guess that's good news for Carolina fans. But then the offense started to pick it up a little bit. Some really good plays to Garrett Wilson. Two really big gains down the field. Continues to look like Garrett Wilson will be your guy. He will be the guy. He will be. Xavier Gibson over the last couple of weeks, or a couple of days, I guess I should say, because he's been out with an injury, but he's starting to really mix in with the ones. He's really starting to, make another impression on this coaching staff. I'm excited to see how he grows going forward. Also, I want you guys to keep in mind, this is just training camp. Very vanilla type of things that you're seeing in this, and even in the preseason, it's very vanilla. You're not going to see too many crazy sets just because they don't want to put that on the film. They want to keep that hidden until the start of the season. So very vanilla, right? Some turnovers, some sacks, whatnot. We saw Tyron Smith rotating in and out, but for the majority of the time, he was, getting some rest in there. So shout out to Tyron Smith. He's going to be massive for them this season. We also saw Aaron Wilson throw another dot to Garrett Wilson, this time on a play action pass, explosive catch down the field, and then a really good run afterwards as well. What else? We saw Breece Hall fumble near the goal line. So offense, if I'm being completely real with you guys, the offense did struggle today for the Jets. But on the other side of that, vice versa, the Panthers defense looked really, really good, right? Really good. Couple of interceptions by Rodgers, couple of fumbles by the offense. We did have a nice catch by McCutcheon. I believe his name is McCutcheon. Let me actually go look at the depth chart. I don't want to completely butcher his name here, but really good catch there. It was Lance McCutcheon. Yeah, so Lance McCutcheon, a really good catch down the sideline. That one was from Tyrod Taylor. I believe it was a fade. So that was good to see. We saw Olu playing starting right tackle. Opened up a massive hole for, I believe, Isaiah Davis was the running back. Yeah, Isaiah Davis was the running back on that play specifically. Looked like it was a massive touchdown run. Braylon Allen also had a nice one. Bounced it to the left, scored up the left sideline. He's another one, man. I'm excited about Braylon Allen. I know they have Breece Hall. I know they want him to be the future of this team. But you can't keep Braylon Allen off this football field. Dude is massive and is a really good runner as well. Before we get any further into the video, make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Jets and the Panthers throughout the remainder of not only preseason, but the regular season as well. Breaking down film, doing everything you guys want to see. We got you guys covered. And lastly, we will be actually live streaming some Jets and Panthers games. Jets and Panther game this weekend. We should be live streaming it on my Twitch. If you guys want to watch that, make sure you guys follow the Twitch. Link will be in the description, or you can follow it at Matty Dubs with 3 S's. Hopefully, we'll be able to break down the film in live time and watch that game or together, right? So go follow that. With that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video here and talk a little bit more about practice. We saw Austin Corbett have a really nice, or Corbett, I probably butchered that name, but you guys will tell me. He had a really good rep against Tanzel Smart of the Jets. We saw a PBU by a couple of guys, one being Deshaun Jameson. Deshaun Jameson actually had the pick during 7-on-7s versus Aaron Rodgers. We saw Bryce Young throw a strike to the corner of the end zone for Terrace Marshall. He had a really good day today, by the way. Terrace Marshall looked really, really good in terms of a bunch of plays. So definitely like to see that. He's a guy that I wasn't really sure was going to be a top 4, top 5 receiver on this team, but slowly starting to make a good impression. Mike Boone had a couple of nice runs as well. Definitely had one where he got, kind of hit hard by Michael Clemens. And then Clemens got a little bit heated afterward. They started to swing at each other, push each other. So another little, fight going off in that one. What else did we see? Okay, Smart comes back. Tanzel Smart got beaten. The Austin Corbett rep actually comes back and gets a nice would-be sack on Bryce Young. Mike Boone had a nice burst on kickoff. That was cool to see. Trevin Wallace had a really strong day. He got an interception. Robert Hunt got hurt in practice today, which was scary for the Panthers because we all know they just signed that man to a big contract. Got hurt, but did actually come back in the football field later. Was carted off, so I was like, oh no. That could be very, very bad, but it was okay. He ended up being fine. Alan Lazard dropped a couple of balls today. Terrace Marshall caught a fade versus DJ Reed. Okay, so the guys who weren't practicing today for the Panthers, if you guys were curious, was Deontay Johnson, Jadeveon Clowney, Dane Jackson, Xavier Woods, Sam Franklin, Chase On. We also had Jack Anderson, Ian Thomas, LeBron Ray, Jaden Crometti. All those guys were not practicing during today's practice. I think that was pretty much it for, big news and notes from Panthers and Jets practice. But overall, it was a really, really good practice. A lot of guys, started to stand out defensively, for the Panthers. Offense for the Jets didn't look amazing. And then for the Jets defense, they weren't bad. Had a couple of nice PBUs. And then for the Panthers offense, Terrace Marshall definitely stood out. For the Jets offense, I would say Isaiah Davis and Braylon Allen had really good days. We had a deep pass to Garrett Wilson that was incomplete, but did draw the defensive pass interference. I'm just excited to see these two teams come out here in the preseason game and show really what they got. Let me know what you guys think about their practice. Let me know who stood out to you during camp so far. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I will see you guys in the next Jets-Panthers update, which should be very, very soon. Again, I'm going to be trying to go live on my Twitch for that game, so if you want to watch it with me, make sure you guys join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Peace.